So, you want to make money. Well, you've came to the right place. I'm not going to sell you any course, but I'm going to give you some pretty valuable information that your teachers never taught you. So, this is going to be the How to Start a Business 101 for Dummies. And chances are you're a dummy because you're watching me. Now, first of all, what kind of authority do I have to be teaching this? Well, basically none. Basically none, right? But I do know a good amount about business. I've read a shit ton of books on business, and I'm currently running one. So I think I'll be able to give you some valuable information that's not sugar coated. That's the raw truth, right? Because I'm not scared of being canceled. First of all, the market does not care about you. I'm gonna say that again. The market does not care about you. That's right. It does not care if you want to make money. It does not care if you want to open a beauty salon, right? The market only cares about what's needed. Right now, if, let's say, suddenly all the clothing brands in the world shut down, then if you made a clothing business, it'd be wildly successful because people need clothes. It's a good thing that you want to make money. You're coming across that stage where you're not totally oblivious. You don't want to work at McDonald's anymore. You're tired of Karens, fat ass Karens coming up to you and giving you attitude all day. So this is definitely the way to go. But you just don't know really how to actually start a business because you go online, you search up those 5 quick tips, but those are never helpful. It just gives you some generic ass advice, which is not what I do. No, you're not going to make money just because you want to. All right, it's good that you want to make money, but that it doesn't work like that. Just because you want a girlfriend does not mean suddenly women start flying towards your direction. No, 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 that's not how it works. If you want money, you actually have to do the correct things. And the correct things is difficult. It's actually a lot harder than you think. You see a rich man pull up in like a Ferrari. You think, oh, it's so easy. He got lucky. He won the lottery. No, bro. He put in the work, and you're just coping because he's a drug dealer. He's a mafia boss. So the first thing is you have to know the market does not care about you. It does not care about your aspirations, your passions, your dreams. Throw that shit out the window. If you really want to make the big bucks, you have to see what the market wants. And that brings me to the second point because you have to find a gap in the market. And what that means is all a business really is solving a need. There is a need. People need something, and then you say, I got the solution. And then people buy from you. It's really that simple. That's all a business really is. Think of any business. It's people want something, you have it, and then they buy it. Whether it's like Netflix, okay, people want to waste their life and consume entertainment. So then they buy the Netflix subscription. People need clothes. They buy the clothes. You have to identify a need in the market to start a business. If people don't need your products, then why are you making that product? Huh? Do you understand what I mean? Oh, you have a passion for painting, but people don't fucking need painting. You can still make it work. I'm not saying you can't make it work, but make sure that you know that there is a market for your product and that people will actually want to buy it. Because a lot of things people don't want. If you sell shit, then people won't buy shit because they don't want shit. Basically just use your brain, figure out figure out, some things that are currently disturbing your day-to-day life. Think of inconveniences in your life, think of some problems in your life, and then try to find a solution for that. So let's say in the morning you feel tired. You can't bring yourself to wake up. Then find a solution for that. You can make a business based on helping people wake up feeling refreshed and getting out of bed ASAP. I don't know what you'd make. You could make a super loud alarm, or you can make an app that tracks their sleep and then it wakes them up during their lightest time of sleep, which actually there is an app for that. It's called Sleep Checker. I use it. I'm not sponsored. Please sponsor me. But the market doesn't care if you want a beauty salon. As I said, is there a need for a beauty salon? Because if there isn't, then chances are your business isn't going to do well. Instead of thinking, I need to make money, so I'm going to make a business. What are other people doing? I'm just going to copy them. Use your brain and think, what's the problem here? What problem is there in the market? And then create a solution based on that problem. So that's the second point. Find the gap in the market. Now, the third point is fuck the plan, fuck the idea. All right? Just fuck the plan. A lot of people, they're too worried. Oh, I need to register my business. Uh, I don't have everything planned out. Of course, you don't have everything planned out. You're not going to have A to Z planned out from the get go, right? After you have a rough idea of what you're going to do, oh, people need a bit more lipstick. Not enough people have lipstick. There's a gap in the market there. All right, so you come up with a lipstick brand, and then you take a day or two to brainstorm, and boom, it's out. Like you don't want to wait too long. When you sit around thinking for too long, it's going to make it harder to do anything. Like when you sit there and you want to talk to the girl, but you keep on sitting there, every second you wait, it's going to be hard to walk over because there's just so much friction. You start overthinking. So please, 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 please don't be those people who like they come up to you. Oh, Vincent, I have a business idea, and I'm like, all right, what is it? And then they tell me, and then a week goes by, a month goes by. I ask them, yeah, how's the business going? I'm still thinking. Huh? If you have a business idea, then it should have already been started. After you identify the need and you know, like, you have a rough understanding of what you're gonna do, then just do it. It's that simple. It's easier said than done, of course. I'm literally just shouting at my camera, but stop sitting around. Take some action instead. If you have a good business idea, then it shouldn't cost a lot of money to start. If your business model costs a lot of money to start, then chances are it's not a good business model. Keep that in mind. I started my business for $0, zero, and I've made a couple of hundred back on it. So if your business idea is good enough, you can start it for zero. There's literally no excuses. $0, bro. Zero. That shit is free. Now, next thing. When you're in business, make sure that you focus on the most important thing. Whatever business model you're doing, whether it's an e-commerce brand, whether you're trying to start an agency or a software, or you're trying to sell a course, whatever it is, focus on the most important thing in the business. If the most important thing in the business is taking sales calls, then take sales calls. If the most important thing in your business is finding competent people who can do the tasks that you do not know how to do, or they're too time consuming for you to do, then do that. Learn how to build your business. And don't be a slave in your own business. This is, I mean, I see a lot of people, they're basically just slaves to their business. They technically have a business, but it's more of a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? If you start a physical business, let's say you're running a grocery store, you start your own grocery store, you rent out the place, you renovate it, and oh my god, you have a grocery store now. But then you have to work in that grocery store from 9 to 5. So technically, you're not running a business, you're doing a job, and you're not even getting paid for it. You know, don't fall into the trap. If you're gonna start your physical business grocery store, then hire cashiers to work there. What are you doing working in your own business? Stop doing the stupid tasks. Don't do the $3 an hour activities. In any business, there are going to be things that you can do. which you can hire somebody from India to do it for you for like $3 an hour. So why are you doing that yourself? That means that you value your time at $3 an hour. If you value your time at $3 an hour, then you're not a business. You're not an entrepreneur. You're I don't even know what the fuck you are. You're just insane. $3 an hour is not even minimum wage. That's a fifth of minimum. What's the minimum wage? I'm not sure. I'm not gonna search it up though. So think to yourself, what's the most important thing in my business, and focus on that. So at this point, you have an idea of what you're gonna do. You found the gap in the market. You said, "Fuck the plan. I'm gonna start because if my business model is good enough, I don't need a lot of capital to start." And now you're focusing on the most important thing of your business, and that's how you scaled. Now, this is what they don't tell you. I'm gonna pull out paint just for you guys, just for you. All right, this is paint. Look, if you're going to start a business, this is you. This is you. You're trying to start a business, right? You're looking at money and you're saying like, "Ooh, I want money." It's a lot deeper than that, right? If you want money, then you need to have a lot of stress tolerance. You need to be able to handle shit, and a lot of shit too. Sometimes there's going to be days where you're like you basically want to give up. You want to quit. You want to just play video games all day. You want to sit there and watch Netflix all day. But guess what? You can't. You can't. Because if you do, then your business is going to suffer. So you need a super high amount of stress tolerance. There's going to be points where it's very stressful for you, and you're going to have to thug it out. That's the truth. All right. I should just make a business making drawings. Look at this shit. So beautiful. And you're going to have to be able to manage your emotions. Sometimes you're going to be sad, sometimes you're going to be happy, but at the end of the day, you're doing work, cuz that's the only thing that matters. You're doing work, you're doing what's important, and everything comes together. Now the next thing most people don't want to do is sacrifice. You will have to sacrifice. I spelled that wrong. Sacrifice. Shit. Alright. You're gonna have to sacrifice. What do I mean by sacrifice? I mean video games. This is a controller, by the way. You're going to have to sacrifice video games because nobody has time for that shit. If you have a business and you're playing video games, then you don't have a business. If you want to start a business, then you're going to have to sacrifice video games. You're going to have to sacrifice Netflix a lot of times. You won't be watching whatever the hell you guys watch. I don't know. Last time I watched Netflix was 3 years ago. You're going to have to sacrifice all these things. You're going to have to sacrifice scrolling on TikTok all day. Right? And it's not as easy as you think. It's not. If you think it's hard, it's harder. It comes with a lot of sacrifice, and you have to be able to handle all the stress that comes with it. Now, this isn't to discourage you, this is to give you a glimpse of truth. Because if you don't sacrifice, you will quit. When things get hard, you're gonna start coping. More video games, more Netflix, more TikTok, and then your business goes to shit. It goes to shit, and then you're wondering why it went to shit. Well, it's because of this. You didn't sacrifice. All right. You need to have a strong mind. Failure is always lurking. Failure is always right around the corner. Whatever stage in business you're in, you can always quit. Right now, I can quit. I can quit this video, which means I failed this video. So failure is always right around the corner. You can always quit. You can quit whenever you want. So you need a strong mind to endure. Even when everything's hectic. Oh, you got school. Oh, you have to do sports. Oh, and I have to work on the business, and then you're feeling overwhelmed, this is when you need to have a strong mind. This is when you have to summon basically all your willpower and discipline to say, what the fuck? I've spent way too many hours on this to quit. Like, this is not it. This can't be it. And you have to push through it. And finally, I want to say, don't do what others are doing. Let me pull up the paint again. All right, this is other people. It's so hard to write with a mouse, but this is other people. All right, these are a bunch of other people. And in business or in life, if you're doing what other people are doing, if this is you in the crowd of other people, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. When you find yourself on the side of majority, your chances are you're fucked. Because statistics say that 99.9% of people are broke. Well, at least not rich. Not rich. So if you want to be rich, then you can't be this 99%. You can't be this 99%. So then why are you in this group of other people? Now, I know some motherfucker is gonna be like, oh, so you're saying I should eat my own shit and walk backwards and like, no. For the things that are common sense, of course. Like, everybody has to eat, everybody has to drink water, everybody, like, the basic human needs. Don't take it the wrong way. But when it comes to business, when it comes to the more sophisticated things, if you're doing what most other people are doing, especially in business, because 60% of businesses fail. And a lot of people use this to cope. And they say, oh my god, 60%? That's such a high number. If I start, then there's a 60% chance that I'll fail. No, that's wrong. If you start, then you are going to be the 40% if you put your mind to it. These 60% of people are part of this group. So you do not want to be on the side of majority in business. If other people are all using this tactic or using this strategy, then you stay away from that. This is you. You're doing your own thing. Because chances are, what other people aren't doing is usually the hard thing. Hint. Other people don't want to do the difficult thing. So if you're in the category where most people aren't here, maybe you got 3 guys here. All right. But this is the other thing. That's a lot harder to do. And if you're doing that, that's where the money's at. That's where the money's at. You don't want to be the 60% of businesses that fail. It all comes down to this whole document. So this was basically a simple video on how to start a business for dummies 101. I hope this was very valuable to you. I'm running out of vocal cords to support me, so I'm gonna have to be ending my video here. But let me know what you thought. I think it was pretty good. Did I miss anything? No. So this should give you, or if you want to start your business, this should be able to give you a rough idea on how to start and some expectations without spending 5 hours, because I could talk about this for 5 hours, but I got other shit to do, right? So I'll see you guys later. Take care.